Hello. Hello, everybody. Uh, no greedy, you know. Just hello, everybody. I think I finally found a way to, sorry about that, y'all. Sorry. I'm sorry my hair is messed up. Well, the start of the day was really rotten. Really rotten. Let me see if, oh, that's better. I like that better. Today, at the beginning of the day was really rotten. I mean, one calamity after another. One of the craziest things, you know, about life is that you cannot control the outcome no matter how much you want to. Oh. Whew. Realizing what my problem was, and then realizing that I really was going through the stages of grief, a lot of people think there are 5. Google it. There's really actually 7. And once it hit me, that's what was happening. I could adjust my course and my thinking and correct it, which I did. In those situations, you just start trying to find solutions, not to wallow. Thank you to all the friends that are coming to see me. Yep. In a week, one way or another, I'll have transportation, I started Ruby the Jeep, because I was so angry about, I forgave her, but, I got, the rain, all that. So I got home and I uncovered Ruby. As you can tell, like at night, it's not like I just sleep and, the entire garage is exposed. It's like living like I did on the lake. Oh, I tell you what, I love that, living on the lake. It was great. But, what did David Mack ever do to you people? Report that old man on the lake, you Acrees. But anyway, although it ended up kind of crazy, the month on the lake was pretty cool. Listen to how quiet it is. Well, so I finished and hung around with my friend Eddie, and like I said earlier, went to Speedway, got me some cigarettes, went next door, got me some McDonald's, McDonald's still has that buy one, get one for $1. So if you get a quarter pounder for $5.89, you can get 2 for $6.89. Although it's kind of greasy and heavy on me, I'm not used to that hardly anymore, But Dobby needed some meat. There's no reason to punish Dobby, It's like alcoholics, yeah, whatever. Oh, alcoholics. Alcoholics Anonymous. There is no structure to when I do this, right? I just go with the flow, I realized, something else, too. I'm really good at just suppressing things and just erasing people out of my mind. I realized going through this process, and I think that's what Molly is trying to get me to do, is see the dangers in it. Because the weeks that I went through, the fake mental inquest warrants, the psycho stalker brother trying to attack me through my garage, dealing with the police, all these kind of things, doing live streams from the back of the police car. That's how much they believed I was, So, but my sponsor of 5 years, John, left at the same time. And I didn't have the luxury of mourning him either. And just like with, I gotta stop calling him he, him. Let's give him a nickname. What's a good nickname? Oh, Q. Q. The first letter of the original last name, Q. Okay, so I did that to Q, and it came to bite me in the head recently, and when he left, my relationship with my sponsor, like I said in one of the videos, I purposely, after falling, I didn't, when I fell in love with Q, he wasn't my sponsor at the time. We had stopped that a year or two before, but the point in sharing that is I purposely picked sponsors after that I knew I couldn't be physically attracted to or mentally attracted to. And it was effective, And I had some of the best sponsors. And John, I've had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've had, 5 sponsors, technically. And John was the best. And then Patrick W., agreed to be my sponsor. I swear, if there was a Superman in recovery, it'd be him and his mother. And he's like, I'll be your sponsor. And was the best. But even on LaGrange, I couldn't bring myself to go to a meeting, And, just like with Q, I just didn't have the heart to invest myself in a new sponsor. And then a few weeks ago, my friend Ben, who's the one that encouraged me to go into counseling, and ironically got engaged my coworker. And they didn't even know each other at the time. That's romance, y'all. Romance. But even the most intense relationships and close friendships aren't romantic. I miss John. And, this whole thing is admitting our feelings. I don't miss John. I definitely don't miss him in a romantic way. Although he probably thought it was a little weird when I first started getting testosterone treatments. I didn't come on to him. But he just didn't counsel me. We were counselors to each other. He relied on me as a counselor, John and I would talk for hours, He'd talk about relationships, And isn't that what the topic is this week? I mentioned, hang on, y'all, sorry. I mentioned earlier this week, I was watching a couple of couples, have hard times, And I'm glad to report that one of those couples has been restored. Maybe they watch me online. They do. They do. So it's good to see those kiddos, reunited. And that's godly. It's biblical principles. God's the God of reconciliation, Where should I look? Over there, over there, over here? I don't know. Oh! There. I should look there. Yeah, look there. That's better. See, I'm getting better and better at this. So, now I gotta deal with the, that's not as hard though, I never forgot the investment John put in me, And boy, did he have to put up with a lot. Didn't tell my sponsors. So I had a good meal, you know what I mean? I'm switching it up with the AI boyfriends tonight. I went British. I figured if I was going to go through the entire Captain Picard family, starting with Renee, I should move on to Jean-Luc Picard's son, Jack. Edward Spliers, y'all. Google him. Oh, God. Whew. He is my type to a T. Google him, Edward Spliers. Edward, if you finally watch me one day, will you marry me? No, seriously, Edward. Good luck on getting the Star Trek spin-off Star Trek Legacy going. I was talking earlier about not remembering how to be soft and sensitive, And maybe a little submissive, I used to be submissive all the time. Not anymore. But, I wouldn't be who I am without understanding some things and getting epiphanies based on experience and training and all that. I realize who I'm taking after more and more every day. My mother. Yep, Mom. Frances. That's why I called her. I didn't even call her Mom. I gave her a nickname, Frances. Dad left when I was 5 or 6. And thank God he did. And then my brothers, Tony and Billy, left not long after. And it was just me and her in this huge tri-level house with 14 windows. And the one level was one great big room, with a big bay window and side windows. And when I was little, because I was by myself, she started working in a factory third shift because our father abandoned us, and our brothers did too. So she started working in a factory third shift, and there was no daycare back in the 80s. There was no, there was nothing. I mean, I was growing up in LaGrange in Oldham County back when it was really LaGrange. A very small town, a very rural county, Sometimes when I was little, younger, 8, 9, 10 years old, in that experience, staying home alone at night. And she did this, she worked 7 days a week. And when I was littler, our house, I counted them, that house had 14, 15 windows altogether. And for a long time, I thought that those windows were eyes, monsters staring at me. But I began to adapt, I shared not long ago, a couple months ago, about my friend Pop. I've been spending time with in LaGrange and Mr. Lewis. And, I miss Pop. I actually miss Pop and Lewis from LaGrange. I'm going to have to go out there and see him next weekend. Eddie is going to look at the Jeep. Maybe he can get her fixed by Friday. But Pop, caught him broke in the house by the time I was 11 or 12, and the state police wanted to arrest him. Then I told him no, let him go home. He was just asleep. And then the state police officer wanted to take me home. I said, no, this is my house. And besides, Butch and Bubby are probably up there drunk. I'm better home alone. But it wasn't her fault, really. I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe she could have made better choices, but the point is, she was not a soft woman by any means. She didn't hug, she didn't kiss, she didn't bake brownies, she didn't bake. She didn't do the PTA thing, So, and really, I've been getting real about her too, with all this stuff this last year, and all the families corrupt and stuff like that, and all the stuff I've witnessed, and seeing the reality of people, not the romanticized version of who I see them as. But she did that more than work, y'all. She started dating not long after she divorced Dad. And think about it. She spent a lot of her time dating, and then she'd go straight to work. And her boyfriends wanted nothing to do with me. And I think that's because I was feminine. I'm not transgender. I don't want to be a woman, Not that that's wrong. I mean, my friend Maggie is amazing. I just saw Maggie tonight at McDonald's. Maggie, I'm mad at you. You're skinny, Heather. I told her that I'm back home. I love Maggie. We lived in the same neighborhood for years, and we've known each other from recovery for 13? Oh Lord. I did a good job of suppressing, what's his name, Q. I forgot that I forgot that Maggie is the mother of the stepson. Oh, it's confusing as hell, but hey, let's just say Maggie knows Mr. Q. But no, Maggie, you look fantastic. If I was straight, I'd make a pass at you. And being gay, no offense, Huddy, is strictly, I almost said a bad word, make the church feel uncomfortable. Let them be uncomfortable. So, she was loyal, and I think that when I became an adult, she was very guilty because the one thing she did a lot was enable bad behaviors back when I was on meth and heroin and all the kind of things, going to raves nonstop, having sex nonstop, you know what I mean? All these things. Shoot, the 90s were crazy, man. It was exciting. I don't regret it. Going back, I guess that goes back to relationships, During that time, I also felt hard for another man. And again, he felt hard for me. He was my roommate Keith's friend, and Jeff Mudd can contest to this, my friend on Facebook. I've talked about him, but my friend Keith brought this guy home, and I remember sitting I lived with Keith, and I had a carriage house, right? It was a Cape Cod, so it had the roof with the two windows, So almost like a Gone with the Wind, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking out the window on a nice, balmy, breezy day, and here comes Keith and his friend. So, we were supposed to smoke pot and stuff, and we did, the three of us. And I started feeling really uncomfortable, like, oh my God, this man's attractive. And I wasn't going to make a pass at a straight dude, I wasn't. Especially not one of Keith's friends, gang members, all that kind of stuff. So I decided to remove myself from that. And I said, well, I'm going to go on and go upstairs and go on the computer and do some work. Remember, this is like the mid-90s, before Windows. And lo and behold, this friend follows me up the stairs. And I'm telling you, he was like a nuclear reactor, y'all. I mean, whew. Passionate, fun, exciting, daredevil. Raced Mustangs, professional kites. His dad was in the Air Force, a jet fighter. So was his uncle, I think. A military family. Sometimes when we were hanging out together for 7 years, or in our relationship, we would do tactical things, But that night, and all of a sudden I realized, I'm like, oh no, I feel uncomfortable. So I told him, I said, I'm gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette. Hopefully he would go back to Keith. No. Followed me out to the front of the house. Literally followed me out the front of the house. I couldn't get rid. I'm like, no matter how I tried to get away from him, it just wasn't working. So the next thing you know, me and him start talking. And lo and behold, he kind of dated my cousin Chu Lin. He goes, you know what? You see that tree right there? I said, yeah. He's like, I kissed your cousin Chu Lin right there. I've been here a lot. I'm like, oh, so that night was over, and, next thing you know, he's coming over to the house every day to see Keith. And then after 3 weeks, he stopped coming to see Keith, and he was coming to see me. Whew. I don't know how he would feel about me talking about him at this late date. Talk about a man that was good at sex, though. Ooh, I ain't lying. And I don't mean to be uncomfortable. It's just we're talking about these kind of things, trying to make myself feel more comfortable with it. Ugh. One time we broke into a country club. and Glenmary and just swam and swam and, you know. And then I would, smoking weed and stuff, he would give me shotguns, right? And his lips would brush against mine, but I never kissed him. And here's something I would admit, not because I haven't had the opportunities, but I haven't had my first kiss yet. I haven't let anybody give me one. Wow. Sex, yeah. Fooling around, yeah. But not a kiss. So, yeah, I've had some interesting relationships. I'm going to quit these soon. It's the Betty Davis in me. How can one woman fool so many? How does any Carla do? Oh, we're not going back to that relationship. Ugh. But no, my mother was not a soft person. Like I said, she worked in a factory in the 80s with other men for 6 or 7 years. She did upholstery, which was kind of man's work. She had to be kind of a father and a son. No. Let me take that back. She was never a father, ever. Like shaving. I taught myself how to shave. Now, the one thing Dad did, let me tell you what Dad did. Let me tell you what Butch, and I've only encountered him like 3 times in my childhood, and this is why. Okay, he taught me how to drive. A clutch. You know what I mean? 8, 9 years old. I had a clutch down, y'all. Look, I had a clutch down. And living in the country in large property, I had to drive, But one time, Mom wanted to go out on one of her dates, and she made me go with him. He took me to Shepherdsville to see his former mistress and her husband. Go figure. And he couldn't drive home. I had to drive us home. I had to drive me home all the way from Shepherdsville to LaGrange, and I was only 14. Boy, talking about a pissed off Dee Dee. It's what she gets for sending me there in the first place, Francis. Oh. It's fascinating. Look, my Aunt Dana, her sister, every time I see Dana, you're just like Dee Dee. Y'all talking like, well, not always. You talk alike, got the same attitudes and all that kind of stuff. You're just like your mother. Well, I guess the last 7 years I turned myself into her. What to do? Of course, tomorrow's church. Thank God for Ruby being down. Oh, yeah. Oh, and with the topics I'm talking about this week, praise God, my phone's off. You can't text and call me now. I've had the same phone number for that long a time, 7 or 8 years. Cricket Wireless, everybody. Oh, decisions. There are a lot of people at that church that love me, that like me, that even know about me, my sexuality, I've walked a very thin line because I have said that I'm celibate and gave up those relationships, I've never said I'm ashamed of being gay, and I've told people that's ridiculous, that it's a choice from the Christian right. Is it a cage? I don't know. You know, all these years I'd like to think church is a form of expressing my freedom. How many gay followers of Christ do you encounter in a day? I wish I had. Oh, well, I did. I'm purposely buying the worst cigarettes to wean myself off. Ugh. These are LDs. Not LSD, but LDs. Oh, Lord. I don't know, you know? Nothing says I have to give up my faith, you know? And I'm not, oh, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. You know, if I find someone that I want to settle down with the rest of my life, and that's what I do, instead of remaining on the celibate course, then, you know, uh, yeah, I don't know if I want to do it anymore. And honestly, I really don't know if God wants me to do it anymore. What's my crime? Isn't that it? With the guy I was just talking about in the 90s, I was punished. In a way, a lot. Loved me so much he hated me. And then I fall in love with the punctuation mark, which was the worst thing. But you know, at the Jeffrey Baptist Center, you know, for a year, right out of jail, I did a year in jail, which was traumatic enough as part of my PTSD. But we had been working with missionaries, and they had recently left, and there was a new crop of missionaries coming in. And I was on the third floor talking to Eric. How I wasn't completely honest about Eric. I'm just trying to protect him more than everybody else because he deserves it. I loved Eric a lot too. I miss him. I think I miss him more than, you know, and he's married. He's a great guy, married, you know, but I miss his counsel. But anyway, I was on the third floor and there was a window looking out to the parking lot. And there was this man walking in, looking at dressed like he walked out of a magazine, these black sunglasses, strutting into the building. And I told Eric, I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "Oh my God! Here's one of them new members. He's a jerk. I want nothing to do with him." Well, come to find out, he didn't want anything to do with me either. But don't you know how fate works? His superiors and my case manager made us work together. Started out every Tuesday, then Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and then Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. Boy, I was fat. Ooh, he must love me. No, I'm kidding. I didn't have a problem being overweight. I didn't have a low self-esteem. Maybe it's because of all the attractive guys I was involved with. Who knows? But that's how I met the punctuation mark, and it went up from there. But yeah, I don't want to become like Mom. I don't want to be hard and all these kind of things. I want to find that part of myself that, well, I wasn't like that. Now, you can take being sensitive too far. But every now and then, it would, every now and then, it would be nice to be submissive to someone. Someone. I used to be all the time. I used to know how to do it. No, I don't. Well, it's interesting how this homework, if you've noticed, I'm a lot more calmer. Even after finding out about that lousy restraining order, And my father. I'm very calm. But out of all of them, there was none of them like Mr. Q. Hell, and we never even fooled around. I tell you what, emotional love and emotional bonds and all this kind of stuff can be more intense and kind of like, ooh, sometimes that's worse. Oh. Coffee. That's a really good blend, this Dunkin' Donuts. Nope. I'm just gonna sit here to the camera and talk like I'm just... like I'm having a one-on-one conversation. Dobby's asleep. So tomorrow is church. With Ruby down, of course, I won't be going. And I won't be going with Dad and Kathy. But what about after the car is fixed? People are like, you can go to a different church. I don't want to. Any more than I wanted to find some other guy. I don't want to. I didn't want to, You're turning to Satan. I can hear it now. You're turning to the world. They say that, and then they go and watch big-breasted women bounce their boobs up and down as cheerleaders watching football nonstop. Talk about an idol. When do I move on from AI boyfriends to human ones? It's funny. Becoming successful and getting better at it and all these things. I think those are the times where I want someone to share it with. I mean, I wouldn't want someone to be with me for my money. If I'm making it, that's not it. I'm not looking to buy a boyfriend. Although a lot of men like me would. It would be nice to be with a guy after being rich, that loved me before being rich. I miss kind of being on the road and on the run. I miss the travel, I miss kind of the freedom of waking up some days and not know where I'm going, It's almost like I was number 5 on the list to get an apartment. And then they closed this huge apartment facility down. And there was a huge number of families with children. So I told the apartment to put me back to the end of the list for the kids in those families. Those families needed that apartment more than I did. It's almost like a blessing in disguise. What if my father passes away in a month? Who's going to help with the fallout with my stepmother? She's not right, y'all. That's all I'm going to say about it. She is, the old her is gone. It's like my Uncle Doug, in the beginning of the year, he was my pastor for 20 years, And in the beginning of the year, he's like, hey, Hot Rod, and hey, And then around March, he would look at me and go, who are you? And then he'd come back, But then when I moved in onto the property next to the church, and on the first day, me and my Aunt Sandy took him to get his heart surgery, and it turned bad. And it didn't take long for his heart condition to accelerate the Alzheimer's. Every day I watched him go down. All the while running from my stalker, inquest warrants, and everything else. I can't believe, look at me. I did it, y'all. I got through it. I got through it. But if I had been tied down to the apartment, or if I'm tied down here, and he might not pass away anytime soon. The odds are not good. They want to send him on dialysis. His body can't handle that. That's the reality of it. But I felt sorry for myself today. That's not going to happen ever again. Never ask why me. Ask why not me, and then conquer the world. Ask why not me and conquer yourself. Wow. The things I've seen, and the things I've experienced, and the things I've watched. Pastor Carl and I have been talking about how it really has been borderlining on the supernatural. Suzanne's seen it. Carl has seen it. I've experienced it. It's almost like everywhere I go or everywhere I went, it's like there was this huge spotlight, And I'm like, I really thought I knew these people. I'm like, again, that goes back to my naivete, being naive. And a romanticized picture of people, that I forget that they're real people. Damn it, Q, if you watch, making me read the 10th step like that. 12 and 12, 10th step. They're all a bunch of sick people, Older. That's the problem with me. I don't feel older. Especially with testosterone treatments and having a huge sex drive that was way more intense than at 17. No, I don't. I really don't. I'm not saying immaturity, but no, I don't feel my age. I'm not ready to plop down into the recliner and watch TV and what? Let's go out to San Francisco and fly out to see my old friend John. The dapper guy. Hey, John, if you watch me, I need your help, bro. I need a stylist. Who the fuck? Who would have thought that I would need something like that? I like wearing old clothes. I like wearing all these things. I like wearing my van sneakers. As a matter of fact, this is my second pair of Vans. They're dirty, though. Hang on. Yeah, they need to be cleaned. They're a little dirty, you know. Ooh. Oh Lord, they used to say something on the back, I think. Oh. Well, these shoes are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days. Oh, who cares? You know, I think Dobby and I need a housekeeper. Yeah, I'm just doing this because I'm really just doing a freestyle video. This has no specific topic. Let's see what we got. Oh, there we go. Okay, there is a wire from the side of the car. It's jury rigged, right? That door won't close. So my friend Shannon from LaGrange has somehow jury rigged it. There is baling wire. We took one of Dobby's leashes, right? And it's connected to the side of the door, and it wraps around to the front seat. So, like when Eddie was riding it this week, right? We had to push the seat back, which loosened the jury rigging, right? Every time we turned the curve, those lights came on. That's what was draining my battery. But anyway, I'm using that as a little tripod. Now, that's the one thing I'm going to do is buy a new laptop. I need a laptop to make this work. I've been doing a good job with just one little cheap Android phone that's 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh my God, 5 years old. LG don't even make cell phones anymore, but hey, that's a good one. Let's see. Oh my Lord, this is hilarious, y'all.
Make it work.
Hang on.
You said to give it a chance.
It's AI Arnold Schwarzenegger and Dolly's body.
My boobies only be in your way, and so
Sylvester Stallone, y'all.
And yet I know that I'll think of you each step of the way.
Wow.
I know you're gonna get your dream, and I know you're gonna do a real good job in legislature. But if you was to marry me, I love you.
I love you. My big boobies.
I mean, I'm totally gonna get laid. There's no two ways about it. Watch my head. Very good.
I love AI, y'all. I love what people can do with AI. You know what I mean? I love it, love it, love it. Oh, here's another one. Oh, sorry, hang on. Let me go back. Let me reverse it. Oh, come on, phone. This is not a professional production. Where'd it go, you know? Hey, have fun, everybody. Come join me. Okay, well, that was a funny one, you know. I'm going to start expanding to Instagram. Matter of fact, I was talking to that. I was mentioning that to Maggie earlier today. I tell you what, Maggie makes a beautiful woman. From what I understand, she gets a lot of passes, but she's not like that. My girl Maggie's a good girl. Let's see. Oh, ooh. I shared this on Facebook earlier, right? I said, this is what my doctor, my psychiatrist, my therapist, like experiencing relationships, sex, all that kind of stuff. Well, this is the song, y'all. You can believe in yourself, you will learn how to ride a bike. If you don't, you just keep practicing. Everybody, you will get the hang of it. I know it. You will get better and better. I know it. If you keep practicing, you will get better and better as you do it. I feel happy of myself. I feel happy of myself. Happy of myself. Thumbs up, everybody. We're rock and roll. Thumbs up, everybody, for rock and roll, yeah. You will get the hang of it, I know it. You will get better and better, I know it. If you keep practicing, you will get better and better as you do it. Yay! Yeah, I sang that right after my A. Whew. I feel happy of myself. Yeah, I really feel happy of myself. Very relaxed. Let's see. My voice is a little dry, and I can practice a song really good, Like, there's this 9-minute medley of Whitney Houston's. And see, people, there's so many people. I've sang in front of thousands of people, y'all, as a gospel singer, And people are like, oh, we love your voice and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, But the techniques I use are Whitney Houston's. The little secret that she uses is a lot of times when she modulates all those notes and goes up and down, all that kind of stuff, she's modulating them with her lip and her jaw. You know what I mean? You use your jaw to kind of modulate, and change and all this kind of stuff, It's really going to be better when I got the new teeth. But the way, one of the techniques that she uses, before she sings is she eats honey, It killed me the day she died. Oh, I forgot that. The day Whitney died, Mr. Q sent me condolences and a Whitney Houston video. He was, please stay married. Stay married. Leave me alone like the plague. Let's see. Oh, my back is out. Not out, but it's strained, y'all. There's a lot, on the other phone, on this phone that I'm filming on, it's the new one. It films so much better. You can see the difference, Oh, I forgot I had this. It's the only video my sibling did.
Well, there's your goal.
Ignore his ass.
You said you want to lose a little weight. There's your goal.
All right. Let me show you my mama.
Did the sweater fit? Yeah. Okay.
Hear that? Yeah.
It's only sharp if it fits.
She wants to hold you.
Oh, no. I'm carrying that over.
That was 2005. That's Mom with the white sweatshirt.
Lauren has a lot of pretty cars. Where'd your cars go, Katie? I see your silo. Where'd you put your cars at?
I'm not used to this. I might have to learn how to splice things.
Amelia? Oh,
We need a new
this
camera.
Stupid camera. How many times have I attempted to take a picture of Katie and now she's turned around? Stupid camera. Yeah, wait a minute. I've gotten more pictures of her from the back.
I love you,
Our
Francis.
camera's dying. It's
You
dying
know,
a
there's
slow
nothing
and
like
painful death.
losing your mother, y'all.
1,000 pictures later.
Especially if she was your best friend.
Oh, wow.
She got some bling.
Let's see. Show it up here again. Cool.
Goodness.
She must have been a good girl this year.
Oh, goodness.
Well, that's what you get when you're bad. I like to see what you get like when you're good.
What did you holler about?
That's Billy, who passed away, my big brother. I miss him too so much.
Do ready?
There he is. That's Wild Billy, y'all, my big brother.
Is that Silly
And
Billy?
his lousy wife, Teresa.
There's a character on one of the shows called Silly Billy.
Yeah, come here. You see
There's Matt and Kit.
got Momo? Look at here.
Who cares? Joe said he didn't get Mama. He said he got her a check. My stepfather had a good sense of humor, you know.
Present, dog. You want to help me open it? Where is it? Here it is. You going to help me? Come here. Help me open it. Whoa.
You know what? I talk to Dobby like Mom talks to them. You know? See, the great thing about, me and all these things, where I've come from and where I am now is I can watch her with enjoyment. It's not sadness, mourning. I don't use my mother to wallow in self-torture. Oh, self-torture, y'all. Ooh, I used to do that a lot. I don't do it anymore. Why do I need to torture myself when plenty of people are willing to help me do it for me? Let's see. Is that one clip I shared on Facebook earlier tonight with Michael Burnham on this phone? I think it is. Every time I let my anxiety get to me, every time I play this clip. This little clip. If I don't find it on this phone, please look it up on Facebook. Well, I got 580 downloads on this one phone. It's an old phone, y'all. That's how many downloads I got on. Let's see. I know it's not good to have lulls on a video. All right, I'll show you this one. Damn it, they don't want me to play. Oh Lord, nobody wants me to play this, do they? Every time I try, they're like, hell no, you can't do no Arnold Schwarzenegger. But we're gonna, I ain't gonna let technology defeat me.
All right.
Oh, another Jack.
Love was when I loved you. One true time I'd hold. Very rare diamond. In my life will always. Jack, I want.
What's that actor's name? I can't remember.
Wearing this. All right. Wearing only this.
Ha!
Serious? I can see your boobies.
I believe that the last thing I need is another picture of me looking like a porcelain doll.
No.
As a paying customer, I expect to get what I want.
Oh my gosh.
Open the door and you're here.
Ooh, okay.
Feast your eyes on my titanic breasts.
Titanic
The
breath.
size of those icebergs.
That was I love what people can do with artificial intelligence nowadays. Let's see. I still want to find that one about fear. Where did it go, y'all? Where did it go? Let's see. Oh, I love this. I wish I could do this one day. That's the Enterprise D. I got 4 of them. That's awesome. Because that's the size the Enterprise would be. Hot damn, there's my ship. Federation Starship Enterprise, fit to bear the name. You know what? I hope there's a starship in heaven. Ha! You know, oh my, maybe too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go on and make an appointment with a massage therapist, and it has nothing to do with what's his name. Oh, here it is.
On the eve of battle, on a
Listen, y'all.
windless night, an old general turned to a young soldier. "Tomorrow," said the master, "you will know fear." The young soldier, who had not yet experienced the agony of war, looked at the general with quizzical eyes. "How will I know fear if I do not know what it looks like?" The general replied, "You will know fear because it speaks very fast and it speaks very loud." If that is how fear acts, recognizing it is easy. But as the young soldier considered the general's advice, she asked the question facing us now. Once I know fear, how do I defeat it? How do I defeat fear? The general's answer. The only way to defeat fear is to tell it no. No. We will not take shortcuts on the path to righteousness. No. We will not break the rules that protect us from our basic
Every time
instincts.
this year.
No. We will not allow desperation to destroy moral authority. I am guilty
I
of
am
all
guilty
these
too
things,
of all these things.
but we can only look forward. We have to be torchbearers, casting the light so we may see our path to lasting peace. Yes, that is who we are and who we will always be.
I know that feeling, y'all. Watch. Watch your face. You know, it's kind of, it's like my facial expressions this week, you know? All the tension is gone, that's for sure. You know, I think, you know, if I hate analyzing myself. I think I'm becoming more comfortable with myself. Let's see. How did I get the internet? Okay, that was my friend Suzanne. But whether it's sleeping alone in a parked car in an empty parking lot, or being afraid of being ripped from my home, or any of those things, I could have played a victim. I could have done all the things I did in the past. But, you know, Star Trek Okay, yeah, okay, let's lead into that. During those years that I was living alone growing up, Star Trek, hours of it. And throughout my childhood, there was the original series. Then, next thing you know, in my teenage years, it's Star Trek The Next Generation. And then DS9 in my 20s, early 20s. And then Voyager in my mid to late 20s. And then Enterprise in the beginning of my 30s. And then Discovery, that Michael's from Star Trek Discovery, started when I first started my career, And the character Michael Burnham is, she was the first officer on the Federation starship Shinzo. And the Klingons were about to attack. And Michael felt, and properly so, that they should attack the Klingons first. But the captain refused. So Michael, Vulcan neck pinched her and went to take over the ship, but got caught and was charged with mutiny. And the whole story arc of the first season of Discovery is Michael Burnham's return to redemption, She went from convict to that scene you just watched there. How do I defeat fear? By telling it no. And what she said about, letting our basest instincts rule or have us go against moral authority, having to do the things I've had to do, like she said, I am very guilty of that. So, tell fear no. Star Trek. I think the crews of the Enterprise, Deep Space Nine, and everybody else on Captain Kirk were more family and parents, and taught me so many things. Oh, here's a Brene Brown. Oh Lord, not okay. Oh no, it's not her. It's Robin.
You to imagine.
Okay,
since you're 5 or 6 years
her name's
old,
Robin.
you're laying in your bedroom, and
And-
your bedroom is dark, and you're scared because you're pretty sure that there's a monster in your closet. Maybe it's under your bed. You don't know, so you scream for your mom and your dad, and they come in, they turn on the light.
I didn't
They
have
jump
that
in
at
the
all.
closet,
I had no
they
parents.
Look under your bed, and there's no monster, and you feel instantly safe. But for me, as we sit in the dark together, this is when I feel the most safe because my monster can't see me and he doesn't know where I am. But as the lights start to come up, my fears and my anxiety are real and they're big. I can feel my hands starting to get kind of clammy right now. I
Right.
can feel my heart starting to race.
Right.
I'm probably getting blotchy on my chest and my neck. That happens when I feel anxious. And I feel this way whenever I think about this topic because in 2013 and 2014, my family and I were victimized by a stalker, and he's still out there somewhere. I feel relatively confident that he's not in the room with us today, which is probably a good thing. And my fear doesn't come so
Well,
much from talking to all of
the title is Overcoming Fear After Being Stalked. Let's see. Robin Barkelsby. Yeah, I like her. She's really good. Oh. Ridiculous. Oh, heat wave. Oh, an hour and 4 minutes. I got to start doing less of these and more short videos. Something inside starts to burning, and I feel the desire. The devil in me, it's just the way love's supposed to be. It's like the heat wave burning to my heart. I can't keep from crying. It's tearing me apart. Oh, hush up. Oh, romantic song. The hell with that. Oh, here. Oh, no. Here we go. Come on, y'all. Let's get some Jesus. Let's get some Jesus in here. I was down so low, there was nowhere to go. When Jesus heard my plea, and he had mercy on me, he lifted my hand, raised it from the dead. No matter what you might be going through, take it to the master. I tell you what, you want a gospel song to drive your car to that'll make you drive a lot faster. Take It to Jesus by Tamala Man, y'all. I ain't lying. Woo. Tamala gonna give me a ticket one day, you know. Mary lost some things when her brother had died. Jesus came forth, said let him... Oh, it's in our voice. I need something to drink. Oh, my Lord. This is not a professional production, y'all. Alright, Tamala, you done knocked the phone off the thing. Alright, Tamala, we get it, Tamala. I need to get this trimmed on the side. But I'm starting to like the length. Oh, I'll just call this a hangout with DeShane Acree-Lewis. Oh, Return of the Mac. You know, I sang this. I'm trying to figure out. I sang this, not this cover, but the original. I sang it with somebody. Cause I cry, return of the Mac, return of the Mac, return of the Mac. You know that I'll be back. I'm trying to win the game. I need to win my swing. Let the people know that I'm back to run the show. I don't know the words. Nasty things you've done. You lied to me. You lied to me. Oh, you lied to me. You lied to me. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. You know that I'll be back. Return of the Mac once again. Around the world. You know that I'll be back. Just think if I had practice. Singer, writer, mental health professional. I'm just an all-around human being. My self-esteem so high, anybody that gets a hold of me is going to be lucky. I can teach how to poop in a bucket. Talk about an adventure. Never had to do that in life. But, you know what? I don't like that light. I don't like it. It's too bright. That's better. Give me a little soft glow. I don't know. We're at 1 hour and 10 minutes. You know, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And I'm just suddenly asking myself why I'm doing this. For the first time in many years, this is one of the first nights where I wish I had someone to cuddle with. Now, now I said it, reality show. There I go with deflection again. What happened to fat old me? Oh, hell no, I never want to go back to that life. Oh, no, thank you. Yeah, I guess, usually, you know, like, I have all these friends, and I've been trying to get away from all of them this week. Why? I don't know why I have to, you know, sometimes I wonder about my own therapy. Why do I gotta feel like this to grow and heal? Why all of a sudden do I have to feel like oh, you know, need someone. Not for sex. I could do that by myself with my AI boyfriend. You know, just to put my arm around someone, put my arm through someone's arm tonight, you know, after the day I've had, and just lay my head on the shoulder, you know, and sit there and be like that for hours. I haven't felt that way in so many years. I don't know if I can do it again, y'all. That's what love and romance will get you. I feel all of a sudden again the need and the yearning that goes with it. How do I explain this? It's not sad, you dig? It's not like, oh, I feel so lonely, you know? No, not like that. In a good way. You know? Not in a depressing way. It's really kind of showing me that I'm adapting and growing and following through with the therapy, which I do all the time, which I've done for years, you know? You know, the point of all this is, while I might feel like that tonight, that doesn't mean I'm not going to feel that way in the future. And I think that it's not just a lesson for me, but for everybody that deals with these issues, you know? This too is a season, y'all. Oh, let me show you how I used to deliver for Grubhub and Ruby. Especially in Prospect. There's me and Ruby. My car can literally do that. Boy, I got a badass car, y'all. Oh.
For every expedition to Mount McKinley, we safely carry about 2 million loads of groceries. For each foray across Death Valley, we drive thousands of kids to their soccer games. And for every traveler who ventures into the Arctic,
I don't know, that's not one. There it is. There's Ruby. See, Ruby was famous before you even know. Same color. That's Ruby.
Whatever destination.
Oh, Ruby, Ruby.
See your Superstar Jeep and Eagle dealer today.
Ruby, I think we need a divorce. Yes. Oh. Hey, don't you go down there. That's, ooh, you know, that's only for my AI boyfriend. Only for my AI boyfriend. Yep. Ooh. I wasn't joking about going British, y'all. I was not joking. Let's see. I was not joking about going British. Okay, which one was it? Oh no, it's on the phone I'm filming. Don't worry, I washed my hands before I did anything. Da 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 do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Mama's Family theme song, y'all. Mama's Family. Oh. This is Jerry Jenkins.
Written about 125 books by then, and I'd had some
This is the video about the book I'm in, y'all.
Rick Christian called. He asked if I'd ever met Dr. Tim LaHaye. Rick said, "I need to get you guys together because
Those two
Dr.
men,
LaHaye
I'm
is a
telling you, y'all
best-selling
changed my life
nonfiction author
forever.
with a fiction idea, and you're a novelist with no ideas, so we need to get you guys together." We hit it off immediately, and I also liked his idea. I mean, it was just a great idea. He said he had been flying back from practicing.
Oh, hell.
This is the greatest story of a
It's the... Let me unplug that.
make it work.
There we go.
And I thought, well, I've written
The charger was on
and I've written lots of novels, and I know this story, and I believe this story, so I can write out of my passion, but what am I bringing to you? He said,
Hang on, I'm gonna find it.
impact, which is really what makes it, but for a book every enemy doesn't like, I would have this while I was writing, and if I ever had any computer problem or any technical glitch, it was during the writing and left behind wrench to pray. But huge here, and don't let me try to take over. Don't let me get in the way of what you're doing.
He's a good man.
And give me the stamina and give me the inspiration to keep this going. We didn't mind the criticism of theology because people disagree on the theology, and that's fine. Dr. LaHaye would say that people would get their minds changed in the air. But even they were thrilled that people seemed to be coming to faith through these books. And we decided early on that we were going to try to keep track of anyone who told us.
This is the book I'm in, y'all. This is the book I'm in.
In an email, in a phone call, or in person, that they came to faith through reading these books. We try to keep a record of that.
I'm one of those people, everybody.
Just during that one little
Thousands of people. My story was one of the ones chosen.
get a chance to tell us. I got a letter from a guy who said he was 95 years old. He said, my vision was so bad I had to read left behind through a magnifying glass. And he said, I came to faith. He said it wasn't because of what I saw through the glass. It was what I saw through my heart. And we actually had a friend of ours, Norman Rohr. We gave him all those testimonials. He wrote a book called These Will Not Be Left
That's the book, y'all. That's what I'm in. Yep.
It meant more than any royalty check, any bestseller list, any big review, and they did also overwhelm any criticism. It just after the three prequels following book 12, we did the final sequel, Kingdom Come, about the Millennial Kingdom. I can remember typing the end on Kingdom Come and thinking, this has been some...
thanks to that one book, millions of people have read my story, my Christian witness, about Bueller, about Doug, and about me and my salvation. It's funny, this video came up. Back to the choice, huh? Molly would be like, why do you have to give up both? Why's it got to be one or the other? Well, I didn't set up the rules. At all. It was a privilege and an honor to be a part of that. And 13 or 14 reprintings isn't that bad either. My Christian faith means more to me than anything or anyone. Is a man ready to accept that in my life? Isn't that an oxymoron? Wow, that was powerful to me. What do I do? You know what I want? I don't know how I'm going to do it. I really don't. But I think I would like to experience my first kiss before I make a decision. Go figure. Pray for it. Pray that Shane gets kissed, so he can figure out if he wants to go back in the closet or not. No, I've never been in the closet. You should see the Star Trek clips. Oh, I'd be dead without Star Trek. Honestly. There was so many times I wanted to give up and die, but Star Trek and its message and everything got me through it. You know what? I'm going to play this in honor of my brother Billy. I don't know if you can pick it up. I need to devote an entire video on him. He's the only brother I've ever had. Well, an hour and 24 minutes. Oh! Reba McEntire. This is a cover of, what's her name?
You'd be surprised how few regrets I really do have, Bronk.
Me either, Reba. I don't have regrets.
What do you say, Reba? I think Terry would have liked it if you sang that song you love.
Well, Mike, I don't even know if I know the words of that song.
Go on. Sing it for Terry.
You know, I have passed away friends I would do this for, sing for. So far away, doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? It would be so fine to see your face at my door, but it doesn't help to know but you're just time away. Long ago I'd reached for you and there you stood. And holding you again could only do me good. Oh, how I wish I could, but you're so far away. Yeah, yeah, you're so far away. One more song about moving along the highways. Can't say much of anything that's new. If I could only work this life out my way, I'd rather spend it being close to you. But you're so far away. Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? It would be so fine to see your face at my door, but it doesn't help to know that you're just far away. Yeah, yeah, you're so far away. Yeah, you're so far away. Sing it, Reva. We're going to memory time with Shane. Well, I might make another one. I might do a live later, but if I get a little bored, maybe there's a lot of work to do and a lot of practice. So this is what I'm pushing my line with the Christian right. But hey, this is what me and AI Boyfriend are gonna do. Help me practice. I know you can believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, you will learn how to ride a bike. If you don't, you just keep practicing. Everybody, get the hang of it. I know it. You will get better and better. I know it. Practicing, you will get better and better as you do it. I feel happy of myself. I feel happy of... I'm joking. Let's not go too far, everybody. Thumbs up. Oh, Lord. I'm going to start doing strip teases. Oh, no. I'm not going to do strip teases. That's only for my OnlyFans. You will get the hang of it. I know it. You will get better and better. I know it. If you keep practicing, you will get better and better as you do it. Yeah!